Well, it is middle of February 2026. I know that we are teasing the weather a little bit, but man, I couldn't wait to get the hiking season started. So, where are we? We're just outside of Laurel Springs, North Carolina. We're at the New River State Park, which is just over 3,300 acres. We were both brought into existence at the same time, so 1976, although one of us is aging a little bit better. The park is broken up into a couple little areas. We're at the Wagner access. That's where we're going to be starting. It all butts up against the New River. Fun fact, the New River is the oldest river in the United States, and it has been argued as being one of the oldest rivers in the world. I think the estimates put it somewhere over 10 million years. It's also home to the protected hellbender salamander, so don't stack stones in the river. But we're not here for the river. We're here for a secluded camping spot that I've seen probably a dozen times when I've kayaked down the river. So we're going to go check it out. It's nestled in this beautiful peninsula that is covered by these old growth white pines. So we're very excited to go check it out. So how are we getting there? So we're going to be accessing it using the New River Riverbend Trail. It starts at Wagner Access. It's about 6.5 miles out and back. There's about an 800-foot elevation gain. We're going to be taking all of our equipment with us, so we're going to be taking some periodic stops because this is going to be crazy, but I think it's going to be absolutely worth it. So come along, check it out with us, and let's see what we can get into. Along the trail, there's 6 different campsites. Since we're already backpacking in and staying a couple nights, I thought it would be helpful to give you guys a brief rundown of what those look like. So as we get to each one of them, we'll stop for a minute and I'll give you guys a brief introduction of each one. Our first campsite is campsite number 61. It's 1.5 miles from the start. It does have a fantastic overlook of the New River, but only in the wintertime. In the fall, I'm afraid. It looks like it's going to be pretty obscure during the summer. I wouldn't say that this is one of the flattest areas to set up a tent, but it does have one of the nicest views certain times of the year. Two miles in, you come up on campsite number 62. This one's pretty isolated, so you trade that river view for being deep in the woods. One of the good things about this campsite I've noticed is that there's a lot of white-tailed deer in the area, so your chances of running into one are pretty good. Once you pass the barn, you're almost there, and you've got 4 more camping spots. A1 is set back a little from the riverbank, and it has plenty of flat ground to set up your tents. a bit further and you're just at spot A2, which is where we stayed. It's right on the water and was one of the best of the 4 in my opinion. About a half a mile more and you end up at the last 2 spots. B1 again is on the water and the last spot before the ground gets really sandy. It is the best place though to hear the sound of the water. B2 is your absolute furthest out. Large open space for plenty of tents. Well, good morning, it's Saturday. As you can see, we made it through the night. Rather sleepless, we didn't have a really good sleep. Man, the wind was howling all night long, so there's always that fear that one of these branches is gonna come down and hit the tent. I think we got pretty lucky on that. So we're getting ready to start making some breakfast. We've got some coffee. Craig got us a fire going. Later, we're gonna try to find another place to go hike. It is about 4 miles back to the car. That in itself is a hike. Then we're gonna find a place to kind of explore and then 4 miles back to wrap it up tonight. So yeah, let's get this day going.